Go ahead. Hello, everybody. Can y'all see tonight? It is on and popping. We are excited. I am here, as you can see, with himself, the man, Sonny Miles. Sonny Miles is in the room with me tonight, and we are having a blast. Welcome to Behind the Veil, right there, Behind the Veil. I'm Stephen Williams. They call me the Good Bishop, and this is going to be a special night for the two of us. We're going to sit here and have a ball, and we're going to mess up some stuff, but we're going to get some stuff right. I guess you still got good ears. Amen. You hear. And I'm starting it off. Y'all know how we do. Usually I start off with a song of the week, but tonight is going to be different. He hails from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, inside the county line. But he is a musician extraordinaire, and he just happens to be my son. And we're going to have a good night tonight talking about how we develop music and how you can really develop yourself and all of that good stuff. We got some good stuff that we want to talk about, and how we got to what we're doing on our music scene, why we did it, and how, what were the ideas that we came about with it, and how we constructed it. And the whole purpose for tonight is we're doing it because we like music. First of all, welcome, Sonny Miles. Hey, come on, say something to the beats.
What's good? Hello, everybody.
Oh God, it's gonna be one of those nights. It's gonna be. But the whole notion is that whatever it is that you are good at, whatever it is that you're good at, however you want to do it, whatever that if you are doing t-shirts, if whatever it is that you're gifted to do, what we're doing tonight is we're just talking about the stuff we're gifted in and what it takes to be what we do, and how we got to this place. Both of us are somewhat successful. I am now turning into Sonny Miles' dad, and instead of it being the other way around. But I think both of us are pretty good at what we do. And tonight we're going to have a good idea. I can't wait. This is my first time actually talking to him about how he came up with his music and where those music ideas come from. Because Jordan be talking junk in his music. And we have two different styles. I'm a church boy. And what style would you say? Do you have a style?
But R&B alternative, those are like, yeah, those two. I'd say R&B alternative.
R&B alternative. Yeah. And so you got us. You got, I do the gospel piece and he does the R&B alternative. So we're coming from it from different angles, from different ways. And but we're going to talk about how we constructed our music. So tonight, it's going to be special tonight because we're going to talk about it. And what I want you to do is chime in. If you have any questions about how we do what we do, how we came up with that idea. I got some old music of Jordan's, but we going to play some new stuff that he's doing. But we love his old stuff. We were just listening to his old stuff the other day. You ain't going to believe it. Oh man, wait a minute. Hey y'all. Now, y'all, listen. Saturday. So this whole thing is May 1st, and I need you to go out and get this CD. It's called Good Ground. And it's a CD, and this is kind of what we're talking about. This CD came actually from within this house, from me. We're going to talk about that. Jordan helped mix a lot of that stuff, but we took it in our own hands. We have taken our music or our gift or our craft, if you will, and it's in our own hands. And so you can purchase this and download it anywhere on Saturday, May 1st. It'll be available for everywhere, anywhere, everywhere. I need you to download it, and then I need you to share it with your friends. And as soon as you get it, I need you to hashtag I'm good ground. That's all I want you to do. Hashtag I'm good ground. Right after you get it, get the project. It's supposed to be 5 songs, but I cheated and put 10 on there. So, and I need 10,000 of y'all. I got 5,000 friends. I need each one of y'all to tell a friend and tell your mama Nims to buy this, to buy this CD. And so we're going to talk tonight for different styles, how we got here. But I hope it is encouraging to you. I hope you find something tonight that will help you say, I got to do what I need to do. I need to trust my gift. And I think this is where we are with this whole thing. And so here we go. Listen, we get ready to have a verses. Oh. we get ready to have a verses. And since it's my podcast, I better win. I ain't playing with y'all. Man, we know how y'all are when it comes to Sonny Miles. And so I'm going by. Can I start with me first instead of you? I know you might guess, but it's my CD that's coming out. So ain't nobody want to. We only gonna play a minute of each of the songs, and then we're gonna talk about how they developed and how we got here, and what happened. And y'all ain't gonna believe it. This is one of the first songs that's on there. You're the God of the mountain, and you're the God of the sea. You're the God who made the birds and the sun. Lord, you showed us made me. Now what we're trying to do as a people, we gotta pull you into our circumstance. We don't need to go anywhere to the left or to the right until you come. So what we're doing right now, we're asking, send your glory down on us, saying, come on in the room. Send your glory down on us, saying, come on in the room. We can't move until you come, Lord. Come on in the room. Oh, Jesus. You get a minute. Oh, Lord. Come on in the room. We need mercy and we need your grace. Come on. This is our Wednesday theme song. We need your presence to shine on our face. Come on in the room. Lord, we can't move another step. Come on in the room. Come on, hey. Oh, Lord. Come on in the room. That's our theme song. And that song is actually going to be on the project. First song out the gate. First song out the gate.
Yes, sir. Well done.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So what was that process? I guess like first, where did you write it, and where does the structure begin? Like where does that start for you?
That particular song, that one comes up out of well, I guess I need to back up. The way I get music, and I don't know how you get it, but the way I get music is I actually hear the whole song. And so this was one of those songs, like I wanted a country song. I wanted to go back to hand clapping, foot stomping, and it was just one of those things that just popped up. Come on in the room, come on in the room, and I could see people clapping their hands, and just started recording it. I mean, and so for me, all of the songs come from me in the whole. They don't come from me. Like I get the whole song.
Like the bridges?
I get verse, bridge, verse, vamp. Yeah, that's how it comes to me. And I have to come back and toy with the verses. And so this is one of those songs where I'm just toying with the verses.
So like for the structure, I guess, and like how you first record it or like the initial ideas, are you kind of like doing a voice memo, or especially now with you having Logic, is
Yeah.
it more like, let me lay down the keys first on here and then like I'm gonna add the drums later to it? Or is it more like I guess like what does that look like?
Yeah, I start with a voice memo. On each one of my phones, I have a voice memo. And I sing the song when I hear it. And I usually sing the whole song all the way through. And it just comes to me. And then I go back and I play with different verses to make sure that the verses are kicking. Sometimes I get the verses in the memo,
Mm. Like just like full route writing.
just full out writing,
Wow.
like the words just flow
Wow.
when I yeah, the words just flow
Impressive.
like the whole song just
So how long does it take you to kind of like what's the process like? How soon do you like to get the ideas out? Because I know for some people they'll be like, I got to get it out like right now, like I got to play this right now, or is it kind of like a you stash it, like come back to it maybe later that day, or
yeah.
maybe
Sometimes when I had the keyboard and all the stuff here, if I heard an idea, I went straight to the keyboard. I went straight to the keyboard and just immediately found the rhythm, found the BPMs. Y'all, that's the beats per minute, and we do the beats per minute, and then I would go from there in and typically drums, bass, actually keys. I play the song and then I sing it all the way through with the keys, and I'd put a dummy track on it, a dummy lead vocal, and then I'd play the keys, and then I'd come back and I'd lay drums, bass, and then I'd go from there. Yeah.
keys is powerful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but I think yours is more powerful with the guitar because you can pick that up anywhere. You can get that anywhere. But that's how that was developed. The whole song. And I sang all the parts.
I'm about to say, yeah.
Yeah. I did all the parts on Come On in the Room.
So like what was the recording process like for you?
I started with the melody, uh, and then I would do the harmonies, and then I'd keep going on the backgrounds.
I understand.
Yeah.
I guess like duration wise, like what's like a typical time it would take you to like record a song?
Wow, that's a very good question.
I guess like how many days?
How many days?
Even if it takes a day.
Yeah, it for me during that process, because I started this process in 2019. So when I started that process, like this song is probably a day and a half
Wow.
to get the structure, because I'm focused. Like I'm focused in that moment,
I understand.
and I go through line by line, item by item. Yep.
Let's get focused.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
because I'm trying to get this, I'm trying to get whatever this is in me. I got to get it out. That's what that's what the push is.
Yeah, I understand.
That's what that push is. So yeah, and so this song wasn't even going on the project. I wasn't even putting this song on the project. The only reason why it made it is because this is our Wednesday Bible study theme song.
So it's gotta make it.
And I at the last minute, I put it on the project because I thought, or maybe people might want it, because they hear it every week. Maybe they would want it. Yeah, and out of all the ones that I worked so hard on, this is probably one everybody gonna like.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes. It's the little things.
It is the little things. It is the little things. So Jordan has this song. We're gonna do a minute now. Now y'all don't trip. This is one of those things. Remember, I told you I'm gospel, and he is what? What is that you call it? Stuff, neo soul. Soul, R&B, alternative.
Stuff.
We don't know what alternative is. Oh, they said, can you turn? Sonny Miles is turned up. He just got to talk.
Yeah, I'm just quiet. I'll work on it. I got you.
He trying to be quiet tonight, y'all. I don't know why.
This is podcast. You don't be all that yelling. I'll be chilling.
They want you in the mic. In fact, these people don't want to hear from me. Somebody already asked you to sing, so get your vocals. All right. So Jordan does this. He puts out music like we change, like we wash clothes and stuff. Like we change clothes, and so he puts out music. Like I don't know. Every time I turn around, he got another song out. And so this is a song. What you call it?
Mints.
Are we doing Mints? All right. So this is a song called Mints on his project. It's called Outtakes. That's one. It's downloadable, I think, everywhere.
Yeah.
And so this is Jordan, and this is a new a new tune called Mints. So let's check this out real quick. Let me give y'all a minute of this. I hope.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't trying to mince words. I ain't trying to mince words with you. No, this is a new affair. But while I have a composure, oh, alcohol in me, I cannot care. Mm-hmm. Deep inside, you know I wanna love you. Know I'll be arriving late. Fuck about your camera. Temporary anyway. Broken how we never got along. Haven't seen her in a minute, babe. And as you move by my side, I was feeling your type. I was feeling your type. Then you, then me. Said we got down on the streets. All I ain't trying to miss words. I ain't trying to miss words with you. I ain't trying to miss words. Trying to miss words with you.
All right, all right. That's mince words. I ain't trying to mince words. You got to talking to Mike. So what in the world is this?
Yeah, you just meeting somebody. Let's take it back to when we were younger. You know what I'm saying? Let's take it back to the days. We meet somebody. It's like, whoa, it's crazy. We don't want to do all that beating around the bush. We don't need to. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to hang out with you. I'm trying to get down with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to parlay. Not trying to beat around the bush with you. So yeah.
So that means. And that's what that means, mints. Yeah. So how did you craft that? Is that birthed out of so when you write this song, are you sitting at home? Are you in the car? Is it a moment do you see something that just gets you and say, I don't want to mince words with you, or is something happened that triggers the song?
It can vary. I think for this one, it was definitely just hearing the melody. I was hanging out with the guy who made the beat. His name is Supernova, or that's what he goes by. And he was just, he was here for a session. He played the beat, and it's generally like whatever kind of words I'm like, or whatever kind of melodies I'm feeling. I'm generally like singing a melody. I'm like, something about that made sense. So I was like, dun, 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 dun.
So you got yours from a beat from someone else.
Yeah, it's always some inspiration. And I know I had made this change last year because I was kind of tired of just producing on my own stuff. So I was like, let me work with people, let me like diversify and like, work out. But it was cool. So I was just kind of flirting with that, I guess, like melody. And then the whole theme of it, I wanted to talk about love, but like just different aspects and different moments in a romantic affair or just like love in general. So this is kind of like early in the stages of meeting somebody, you getting to know somebody. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to mince words with them.
You don't really want to like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to, yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to chill with you. I'm trying to get down to it. Like, let's have a good time. So, and I mean, the beat went crazy. Samasa and one other person were like, yeah, I really love this. And when they said that, I was kind of like, all right, well, we can go with what they.
So how do you write? Like, I mean, is that how you come up with that whole thing?
Man, it takes me forever. Like, I really, especially now, I'm really trying to take my time and like just tend to what I'm saying, make sure that every word is intentional. And I'm also working a lot with spacing right now, just like breathing, like allowing the beat to just like do the work.
Gotcha.
Words, at least it seems, a lot of the music that I love, their words are very minimal or words get in the way. And I think the mature artists that I really love, they don't really say a lot of unnecessary. So I'm just really working on like melodies, working on being retainable, like things that people can sing,
Gotcha.
So,
hey, y'all, I'm getting ready to have I'm supposed to play one of my songs now, but I'm getting ready to play two songs that was back in his days. This was early stuff, so we just want to talk about it. But these are two of my favorite songs from him, and we want to chop it up because this is early, y'all. This is early, but this is one of my favorite songs in this whole wide world.
Front frontin' like she knows not of me. That don't matter to me. Me. Black Mercedes. See, I could be your greatest disease. Take my hand, let yours free. Free. Don't get too physical, girl. We could take it automatic. There's something spiritual. Let's move it like we gotta have it. So we sway just a little bit longer now. Ooh, just a little bit more. Groove just a little bit faster now. Primrose moves on the floor. So we sway just a little bit longer now. Groove just a little bit more. So we shake just a little bit faster now. Primrose moves on the floor. There's a lady frontin' like she knows not of me. That don't matter to me. That don't matter, that don't matter to me. That don't matter to me. Oh, Black Mercedes. See, I could be your greatest disease. Take my hand, let yours free. Take my hand, let yours free. Don't get too physical, girl. We can take it automatic. Something spiritual. Let's move it like we gotta have it. Sway just a little bit longer. Ooh, just a little bit more. Groove just a little bit faster now. Primrose
I'm playing it all because I love it. I got one more of his I'm gonna play on.
Over you, why you acting like you lost yourself the groove? Let me tell you that this love ain't a bad thing. This love ain't a bad thing. I step over you, why you acting like you lost yourself the groove? Let me tell you that this love ain't a bad thing. Love ain't a bad thing. I step over you, why you acting like you lost yourself the groove? Let me tell you that this love ain't a bad thing. This love ain't a bad thing. I step over you, why you acting like you lost yourself the groove?
That's one of our favorite songs.
Crazy.
So what? How long ago was that? And what was that about? What was that moment? You know, because that was more like the Prince
Yeah.
when you were on that Prince vibe.
Heavy into Prince.
Oh, you were heavy.
Yeah,
into
that
him.
was 2016. So it was definitely like peak of that Prince.
Yeah.
I was like big into it. That was the first song I made on Logic. I remember I made the bass of that at Nolan's house because we had a rehearsal. We had to do something. And then that was back when I was going to Jay's like regularly. Like
Yeah.
I did everything at Jay's. So
But all of this was done. You did most of all of that, right?
yeah.
Like keys. Like bass and drums.
Yeah. I played everything except for the lead at the end that you're hearing Nolan. Like he's just shreds
Yeah.
at the end. But yeah, that was all me. It was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, and we go back and forth with stuff like that. And so even with stuff like that, how did you construct that particular song? Like, where did that come from?
I think I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I got the idea of Primrose Dance Hall, but it was obviously like dancing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that was kind of just like lightheartedness, a lot of fun. I know I wanted to do something kind of in a like a funky vibe. and I think most of the base of it had been constructed at Nolan's. So I think like maybe within a couple of weeks I'd already like came up with an idea. And then that summer 2016, I just remember going to Jay's because I had like a couple sessions, and I was like, Nolan, come through, and we just like did everything that day. I think we had like 4 hours. So I laid down the drums first, and then I think we did the bass real quick, like crazy quick. And then yeah, I just got in the booth. I loved the backgrounds. I really are going to appreciate those on that listen.
But now that particular style of music is not the same style that you have now. Like it's like completely.
Yeah.
And we're gonna play something else from him in a minute. But like I guess in your genre of music, you all go through evolution, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess to some degree we do, but it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more. Settled for us because we have really just, really one, it's a message of hope in some way. In my genre, there is a message of hope somewhere. We talk about the challenges or the issues, and so that's that's where that comes from. But that's one of my favorite tunes that me and Mackenzie play on a regular. In fact, we just played it the other day, as a matter of fact. And so here is the title track from my tune, Good Ground. And so
now the word of God, it is seed. If that seed falls into good ground, it will manifest itself and bring you victory. Come on, let's say it now. Word of God, it is seed. Seed. Yes, sir. Wherever it lays, it'll bring victory. It finds its place in your soul. It will produce, and it'll make you whole. Oh, I'm telling you now, it's on. Oh, it's on good ground, yeah. I decree that's me. I'm good ground. Come on now, say the word. Yes, I see. Wherever it lays, it'll bring victory. And it finds its place in your soul. It will produce, and it'll make you whole. Hey, good God, about it's on good ground. If the word falls on good ground, hey, I decree that's me. I am on good ground. Come on now, say it. Let's go. Because the devil reaches seed and takes it out. And he presents himself and then produces doubt. It's choked with the cares of his life. And if it falls like that, it will spring up and sprout. The devil reaches in and takes the word out. He presents himself and then produces doubt. Showing the kids of his life. All right, then the word will spring up and crown. Hey, see your thing. Wherever it is, if it finds its place in your soul, it will produce and it will make you whole. Hey, oh. I'm telling you now, let the word of God fall on good ground. I decree that's me, I'm good ground. Hey, come on, we gonna say it now. Now listen to the word of God. If it falls on good ground, it will produce and it will manifest your miracle. Let the word of God fall on you. You be good ground. Whatever the promises come forth, let me tell you, let it fall. And I'll have 100-fold. And it will satisfy my soul. Let the word fall on me. And everybody's gonna see. Let the word of God fall on me. Goodness, man is gonna see.
I gotta say this firsthand, man. I have had the pleasure of growing up, and this was what I used to study. This is how I studied right here. I'm telling you, this is peak. This
Yeah.
is like a new peak, man. This is a big evolution, especially from like things you used to make.
Oh
They were
yeah,
always already good, but like this was like,
yeah. You ready? You ready for this?
go for it.
Like all of that, except for the drums and the soprano,
Yeah,
is me.
yeah, yeah.
They took the bass and we mixed it and twisted and turned it and gave it a good vibe. I mean, it was really really good on this particular song, and so it was. Yeah, my friend Mitchell is in here. Yeah, I'm good ground. Yeah, and so that was the whole thing of being able to, um, this whole project was birthed out of trusting myself
Mm,
for like the first time
mm.
ever.
Wow.
Yeah, because see, like everybody, yeah, I learned so much from Mitchell from doing when we did the Grace Factor project, right?
Mm,
Uh, but before that, Corey had the music.
mm,
And it was, I would give ideas and then I would give the ideas to musicians. And so what Mitchell taught me when we were doing that process, there was something he was talking about in one of his songs, man, where they played one chord and it was different than what he had originally done. And, we leave that up to other musicians who can really play and they come up with great ideas, right? And we sing to those ideas. But I knew in that moment, if I could do something just me,
mm.
and that's the whole premise behind this is that I wanted to do something just me and see if I could do it. Like I didn't even like Mitchell. I talk with him 2 or 3 times a week, and I didn't even share with him that I was in the. I call it the cave. I didn't include any of the cats that I used to work with. None of them. None of them knew. I think I shared it with Mitchell when I got it to a good place, but most all of that was right down here. Now I did get help from Forrest McFeeters.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, Forrest McFeeters and some horns from a guy named C. Michael Henson, um, and that was it. That was it, man.
Like, what was that, I guess, process as far as like being like, yo, hey, drummer, like, can you record this? Like, did y'all go in together? And then, like, what was it like recording the soprano session? I don't believe you mentioned her name. You may have
Tia Battle.
Tia Battle.
No, you ready for this? Tia Battle recorded that right here in this living room. So she would come over at night. We would have designated nights, and I set it up and I made it so that it was, no nothing in the room, and I had sent her the songs before, and she would come in and she would do. All she had to do is do the soprano. It was already there. The track was there, but I'm a real baritone. I'm a baritone tenor. So I don't hit high notes, and so I needed some help on some of the high notes. I needed some help. So
Shout out to you.
yeah, shout out to you. Oh, and she's gonna do some more stuff, man. Her voice is crystal. And then the drummer, you ain't gonna believe it. I sent this to the drummer. I didn't go to his house.
So the drummer was just like, I got you. Like,
No, I told him exactly what I wanted. I sent the track to him. He sent me the tracks back.
wow.
I cashed out him his money.
Wow. He has like his own like studio, I guess.
He has his own way. This is Maurice Baxter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From like way
from
in the
way
days.
back. Yeah,
Oh man,
yeah,
Maurice
yeah.
crazy, bro.
Yeah, and so I sent him the WAV file, and he sent me the WAV file. I sent him the MP3. He sent me WAV files back,
Wow.
and I just placed them in with the BPMs, and I lined everything up, and then I went through and went to YouTube, y'all. I went to YouTube and learned how to mix drums.
So you had like the isolated stems. Like
I had the
Wow.
isolated stems,
Wow.
the kick, the snare, the toms, the hi-hat. So he sent me those 7 or 8, 9, 10 tracks, whatever it was for the drums.
Yeah.
And I went through and learned how to create something on each one of those tracks to get the bass and take something out. I went right straight to YouTube, and I would stay up all night long trying to figure that out.
So what was it like working with Forrest again? Because I know that's been like a pretty long-standing relationship.
Oh man, you just give Forrest something and you tell him, yeah. So I sent this to Forrest. That's me in the front. When it drops, it's him.
Is he doing the horns?
That's Michael C. Henson. Those are live horns.
I can do all things. I can do all things. I can do all things, yeah, through Christ that strengthens me. I can do all things. I can do all things. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Come on, I can do all things. Whatever. I can do all things. Whatever He wants, I can do all things.
No.
Say it again. I can do all things. Oh,
that is.
Whatever He commands, I can do all things. Yeah. Do what I'm told. Oh, and I can reach my goal. His promise I can grab a hold. Hey, yes. If you want me to walk right, I can do it.
Yeah, it's got that bounce in it. That is Kedrick and Sonora Sprinkle. They came in. Kedrick came in and did the alto, and the tenor, and Sonora did the soprano. Did the alto, and that was me on the soprano. I just happened to have a good day that day, and this song was probably in a good key. And but what I did was, my process was I stacked 5 times.
Okay.
So
lots of
yeah, I'm singing.
made it for fullness.
I made it for the fullness on this particular one. Yeah, that was complete fullness for me. Yeah.
Wow. I know that I had like helped assist in some of these, but I haven't heard a lot of these songs since like March or April of last year. So
yeah,
it's very much like a.
Yeah, you did an
refresher.
excellent job of helping me understand the mixing part. And so again, you all, I ended up trusting. Not only did I trust my gift, but then I had to, can y'all believe this? I had to actually trust my son's gift, because he understood mixing at that time. And you had some more plugins that I didn't have, I think.
Get the plugins. You know, I gotta get the plugins.
You had those plugins that I did not have. In fact, I ain't even know nothing about no plugins. I was like, what the world?
But the game turned around. Like, it's amazing. The growth is amazing, especially because I don't think you picked up Logic until like 2018 or 19. And I just remember there was like a 3 to 4 month stint where you were just like making so much stuff. I think you made like 20 things, and it was such a short amount of time, but you were just like cook. Like, just made this, just did this. I just remember it like turned. So
yeah. It was a thing, you all. And I guess what I'm saying to you all, you're going to have to trust that this whole notion is, if you got any kind of business, if you got any kind of vision plan, this particular CD is birthed out of trusting in whatever gift that I had. That song was the actual impetus.
wow.
That was the actual first song, because I was trying to say, can I do it? Like, really, can I do this? Am I gifted enough to get this done? And that song was birthed, that yes, you can. And that's how I came up with the whole lyrics. I can do all things. Yes, I can. I can do that. Instead of questioning my gift, I just leaned into it, you know, and although musically, a lot of the musicians out there, it's going to be different than when you hear Jordan's music, because Jordan really is a musician, if you will. And so a lot of my music is really, really simple on this particular project. It's not a lot of, it's not a lot of moves, because I'm limited in that, but I wanted to trust whatever gift that I had to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
But I wouldn't say it's limited at all because the songwriting is really strong. The transitions are always strong.
Yeah, yeah. But that's
Talk
my
about
strong.
rapping, you know what
That's
I'm
my
saying?
strong suit, though. Y'all, wait a minute. We gotta listen to something from Jordan right quick. I hope you all are enjoying this. If you're enjoying this, send us some love. We're just talking and we're just chopping up on the development and how we do what we do. This song comes off of something called Catalabs, and you did something called Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
That's one of my favorite songs on your project, and I actually like this song.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Y'all, this is Jordan.
Shout out Joe Pippins.
So hits on the mic stand on the go low key, you know I'm out of sight. I had to free me, don't you know? Still be feeling uptight, everything ain't alright. I've been up for the lows and I've been down for the highs. Anybody got a light? Yeah. I think I should settle down. I think I should feel alive. So you play with the fire, you want it the fire, you want it the fire, big. So bigger mouse, bigger feet, baby. So you play with the fire, you want it the fire, you want it the fire, big. Hey, alright, I had a hell of a time, needed to feel it though. I'm high around it, I'm on a ride with you. How will I survive it? Another more. My. Losing my logic, losing my. It's just a Tuesday night. I grab the Taylor like the strap. I'm hitting color, color noses turning yellow. Where I'm at, think Uncle Robert had the cure. Until he got cut up by AIDS. I'm making up for what was taken back. I'm trying to be the new disease. I'm trying to spread around the back into the front in disbelief. I'm trying to relegate the answers. Starting to question all these facts. Hearing nothing but kills from the cancer. Can't last not even for seconds. Niggas need to eat, no, they looking for seconds. Niggas need to be the sirens, they do approach. Speaking loud, overcompensating on our ghosts. Shit, I need a check, couple thousand more, couple thousand likes. I do buy for the shows, I do buy for the show. Oh, I need a hell of a time. I need to feel it though. My, I'm high around it. I'm on a ride with you. Will I survive it? Another more, baby. I'm losing logic, losing my. It's just a Tuesday, Tuesday, just a Tuesday night, another more. Ooh, my, losing my logic, losing my.
That comes off of Catalabs, and so what in the world is that about? What you talking about there?
Man, I think I was just kicking it with Dot Wave that day. I think I made that beat in October of 2018. I hadn't done anything about it, and I just remember Jordan. Everybody was in my room, and then I was like, Jordan, can you do some ad libs on this? So if you listen back to it and you hear like laughing, that was them genuinely like just saying whatever they were saying, and I was just recording it, and then he would kind of like laugh about it, and then he like recorded him. But I did nothing with that, and then it was like February of 2020, like it was very close. And I was like, you know what? I think I just need to like use this song.
So how much of that is you?
Everything, the guitar, the keys, that whole beat is mine. I took everything, like the kick, the snare, the claps. I think that's probably one of the few songs that's like actually mine, and like I actually made everything on that.
So why do you not do more like that? Because that's an actual. That's an actual great concept. And why do you not? Do you get frustrated in your creativity that you need others to come in? How does that work for you?
I think this last few months has taught me about the value of collaboration and the necessity I feel. I think there came a point where I appreciated what I was making, and I was appreciative of my development. But there was also a quality of like sharing it with people, and like I don't know, I love the ease of not having to make a beat. I love like hearing other people's beats and their interpolations of beats, and just being able to like focus on singing or just focus on like writing the songs. Um, and I think it's been more valuable being able to like kick it with people, chop it up with people, figuring out like, you know, what's going on with your day. Like my weeks are filled with sessions with other people. Like,
Yeah.
and it's just, it's a new feeling and it's a weird feeling after having worked by myself for like so long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know. I think you got to know how to do both. I feel, and once you have conquered one thing, if you need to make whatever your own kind of like funk is or your own kind of sound is, boom, you know where to go. But like, man, other people got crazy ears, like for the beats, for the production.
Oh yeah, yeah,
you know.
definitely. But that's, I mean, that Tuesday was was a really nice song, and I don't know if you and I have different tastes when it comes to stuff like that. You know, I have a totally different. What I think is hot, you never think is hot. So I just, you know, I just stop fooling with him as it pertains to that, and in that creativity. And so you're talking about two people. You know, I'm the dad, I'm the pastor. This is the son, and this was my drummer for years. You know, years he used to be the drummer. But what I've learned to do is allow people to just, and more specifically him, kind of allow him to live in his space and do what he's doing. And he's finding himself. He's a young man. So I've been collaborating all of my musical life. So you won't believe this is, like I said, this is the first time that I've actually tried to do this, but I needed to go through those sessions. I needed to hang out with Corey. I needed to hang out with Michelle to see a different kind of production, to be able to know what I wanted and how I wanted to do it. And so I'm gonna play this one, and I got to play this one. This is my jam right here. This is my favorite song.
Come on, everybody clap your hands. We gonna praise him, New Orleans style. Oh, good Carter, we will.
That's Michael C. Henson on the horns. He took me to New Orleans.
Victory in my voice. Victory in my voice, y'all. I got victory, no more noise. I got victory over all the noise. Winning in my mind. Said I got winning in my mind. Cause I left no doubt behind. And I left no doubt behind. Say it's victory in my hand. Oh, victory in my hand. I got victory in this dance. I got victory in this dance.
Now that's me on the key.
I feel it in my soul. My God is in control. My God is in control. Enemy thought he had me down. My God turned it around. Thought I'd stay that way. But I've been a brand new day. Come on. My God showed up for me. What? I've got the victory. Everybody clap your hands. Everybody clap your hands. Come on and clap your hands, y'all. Oh, verse 2. I got victory in my walk. Victory in my walk, y'all. I got victory in my talk. Oh, victory in my talk. I can feel it over me. I can feel it over me. I scream, I got a victory. I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. Victory in my heart. Oh, victory in my heart. I am in my brand new start. Said I'm in my brand new start. I can feel it in my soul. I can feel it in my soul. My God is in control. Said my God is in control. Oh, enemy thought he had me down. My God turned it around. Thought I'd stay that way. But I'm in a brand new day. Come on.
I'm just trying to get into this.
What?
Right here.
Everybody clap your hands.
Now that's me.
Everybody clap your hands. Everybody clap your hands. Come on.
All this from back here is me.
Oh, praises be. Come on. To the one. To the one. Come on. To the one. To the one. I got the victory. All in my hands. All in my feet. From the crown of my head. I said it's all over me. Said it's in my walk. And it's in my talk. Oh, came to see.
And that might be Forrest. That might be Forrest on the band. The bass.
What I do and everything I say, I have it now and for the rest of my
For starters, where does the New Orleans kind of, I think, is that like a shuffle?
Yeah, if you go to the New Orleans, you remember it's all you remember how they walk down the road and they and people. That's where we got that shuffle from.
I guess more like the inspiration. Like, what makes you want to be like, I'm trying to shuffle this one. You know what I'm saying?
Well, actually, that song didn't even start off like that. I sent that to Michael C. Henson, and it was a completely other song. It was a whole nother vibe. And that's the song he sent me back. That was his interpretation. He said, try this. Because mine was more funk. Mine was more something else. And he sent me that back and said, try this. And when I heard it, I was like, oh, yes. Have mercy. You
Wait, was he doing like I don't know if the tuba was like,
that's him.
Kind of.
That's live. That's him live. That's him live. That's him live. Just bananas. And so that's where that collaboration comes in, where people stretch you a little bit further outside of your comfort zone. But what I sent him, man, it was bananas, man. And I sent him something else, and he came back with that. He came back with that.
Shout out.
That was a shout out to him.
Major.
Oh, Lord. Hey, y'all, I'm getting ready to play one more old school song from Jordan. This is my absolute favorite, one of my favorite songs outside of Primrose. This is one of our favorite songs, all right? And I can't wait to hear what you got to say about this one.
Playing all the old stuff, man. It's all right. That's cool.
I'm coming with your new stuff.
When you've got no ceilings, you reach, finding your crazy angles, you keep.
They want to hear that stuff.
The angels, I know you've got securities, and baby, not here to rescue thee. And I see. Timing don't come with waivers, but I'll run, I'll hide before you ever think I'll save you. I'm doing better without you, girl. No current to drag me down, to drag me down. I'm doing better without you, girl. No current to drag me down, to drag me down. Baby, you're so sweet, and I think maybe
We're going to get to your new stuff. I just want to know, how did you come up with stuff with your backgrounds, and how do you develop all of that? Because where do you get all these highs from? When I know you, I mean, we have kind of the same timbre, but your voice is just so not churchized that it's so crystal clear. Like I done hollered mine. I done hollered my throat out. I have hollered my throat completely out.
Man, I think just soaking up a lot of everything. I think all those years we were like just driving, going wherever kind of gig or whatever kind of service. If it wasn't listening to like anything you were playing from the gospel side of things,
yeah,
it would, I don't know. I started listening to D'Angelo pretty early.
Yeah, because that has a D'Angelo
Without
influence. So that song has a D'Angelo. The other song had a Prince. And now you're is it a combination of where you are now, where you're kind of finding your voice, or you're still developing kind of where you are in that?
I feel as though my voice is I found that a bit better. I think right now I'm working on my aesthetic. I'm working on like what, you know, if you were to say this is his music, what would like you describe it as? That's what I'm really trying to hone in right now, like on that sound kind of vibe. But this was one of the earliest attempts. I know I had gotten Logic that January, and I made this. I want to say January 2017. This was like one of the first things I ever made production wise.
Yeah.
Like,
and I absolutely enjoyed it, but I think you said it was a mistake in how you got it out. You didn't know how you did it with the bass, and
yeah,
and you because you were still learning and it was still early.
yeah. A perfect case in point. Don't overthink approach. Don't overthink the genuinity of like an initial thought or an initial process. Like I think I had sat on the song and kind of just like I wanted to develop it more. That was at the point where I was like trying to make everything like pristine and kind of like perfect and stuff. You don't need to do that. Just like make the thing and just like try, see what happens. I'm also learning a lot about like doing vocal takes. Sometimes those first kind of initial takes, that's the one.
Oh yeah, most of the times the first ones are the better ones.
Gotta stick with those. Shout out Jay. I know I did that at Digital Live. I remember that was like pretty cool. But that was my first kind of attempt at producing. Yeah.
Cool. Now on this Bedroom Arbor Day, which one?
Ooh, Bedroom. Just
That's the hit.
Yeah. Say
You love it.
it's a live version. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's the vibe.
It's all right. I listened to it. It's all right.
Say ooh, say ooh. Pendulum is surely swing in my favor. You're nothing but another dream. Said mine ain't come with paper. Soon though I'll be counting up all these petty aspirations. All we've seen is too much bluff. Blindly mimic admiration. I am higher than your ego is. So I tell you it's a view now. Harping about where you know and who you've been. It sound like you still new now. Oh, caught in bedroom Hollywood. Oh, I ain't with the new disease. Moses, tell us where to next. Following just where you lead. Say, you love it if if it's just to paint myself, ain't in it. If it don't pertain myself, these gimmicks they wanted me to sell. Oh my. Say ooh, oh, say ooh, oh.
All right. So Misha said that's got some Stevie Wonder key changes. So what's going on with that? I mean, where are you coming with that? And I think that's one of the ones that everybody was vibing at one time, right? Wasn't that?
Yeah, they're still vibing, man. It's pretty crazy. I got that from I can't tell you where I got the sample from, but I'm very particular about where I find my samples, and the whole key change of it was a sample. So I just found like a section in the loop, and I was like, I can kind of loop that around. I always Shazam my samples to make sure you can't find them.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't want to get sued. And like the people, whomever made that's a shame. I should know who made the song, so I apologize. But the people who had made it, they hadn't made a song since like the 60s.
Gotcha.
So I was like, cool. So just that whole aspect of the bells, That was one of those songs, man. I made the whole thing. Other than that, like the drums were mine. The bell, shout out to my mother. She has this like cool bell that I think she left it, or maybe I don't know where she found it, but it was really cool. So I was able to record that.
It's probably my bell. No, I'm just joking.
It might be. I think it might be. Might be. I don't know.
Give me my bell back.
Yeah, man. It was cool. At that time, I was borrowing my buddy Hunter's monitors, and I remember I was just home like in November or something, and that was of 2019. And I don't know, I recorded it. There was this producer. Her name is Nija, and she's like doing big things. She writes for a lot of people, and she had this open mic night thing on Instagram, and I don't know why, but something in my spirit was like, I'm probably going to be on this. And I was leaving a gig. I was rushing home, and the person who had just gone, they did like, I wouldn't even say they did terribly. Something happened, and it was just like, there was an open moment, and I got accepted. So I like ran up to the studio. I played the beat real loud, and like, I just saw her like vibing. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of people were like, yeah, like that's cool. So shortly after, I just dropped it, and yeah, I didn't really think too hard about it. I was like, well, she says it's cool.
Yeah. And that's what, again, the message tonight is, and I know we're about out of our time tonight. I thank y'all for hanging out with us. But the message tonight is trust yourself. Trust the gift that you have in you. Don't overthink it. Don't, if you get this vibe in your spirit to be able to do something, if it's start a business, whatever it is, we just happen to do music, and this is what we do, and so we keep coming up with these crazy ideas and things like that. And so we just, again, it's two different genres, two different styles. Jordan is an absolute musician, like really. I am a writer. I like to write, and this is as close as I'm gonna get to something like what you just did. So this is also on the price. I mean, but this is as close as I'm gonna get with that kind of production. But this is actually one of my favorite songs. This is actually one of my favorite that's coming on the project.
Oh, yes, he's a god of a mountain. He's the god of the sea. He reaches down from heaven and pulls you from the deep. He's the God of the promise. He's the God in your night. He's the God of the breakthrough. He's the God in your fight. Oh, what an awesome God we serve. What an awesome God we serve. What an awesome God we serve. Oh, what an awesome God we serve. What an awesome God we serve. What an awesome God we serve. He's the God of mercy. When you fall by the way, he's the God of light in your darkest day. He's the God that can heal whatever the pain. He regulates the mind when you feel like you're going insane. Oh, what an awesome God we serve. What an awesome God we serve. Oh, what an awesome God we serve. What an awesome God we serve. He can heal your body. He knows what you have need of in your desert. He's a rock and your strength in your day. In your darkest hour, he is light, and his presence will lead the way. He's joy, my peace, my righteousness. He's holy, my treasure, my seal, adored, and my shield, a banner, provider, my blessing, satisfier. I will give him glory because Jesus is my story. I will serve him. I will.
Strong.
That was one of my favorite.
Strong.
Favorite.
Likewise.
Shout out to Jason Leverett, man. He came in and played the keys and did the bass for me, and then Forrest cranked up with a track to that. But all the background stuff, all that's me. That's me again.
You can talk about you being a baritone all you want.
Well, that's that. Well, see, that's when you're sitting at home. this when you're sitting at home.
You ain't no baritone.
You know how you have a good day. See?
Hey man, there were so many times we'd be waking up at 8 o'clock and you'd be singing that high at 8:30, and it was to be flawless. I don't know, man.
Them used to be the other days,
I
man.
don't know, man.
The other days, bro. Other days.
I will say likewise. That's definitely been one of my favorites.
Actually, now you didn't actually. So that's one of those songs too. That's as close as that I get to your style of music on my CD. You know, so we're trying to. But I actually, I don't know, what you're doing with this, but I actually like this song.
Think I wanna die best.
This is another one off of Outtakes.
I just wanna die less. Think I need a new dream with you. Oh, think I need a new high. Call me in the twilight, light.
This is called Something.
So much on my mind, tell you, baby. So much on my mind, can we waste a little time? Oh, can we waste a little time? She's to all the mental lies I had to be without. I want the peace. Just want to see my niggas out the drought. I want to sleep. Heard my name was in their mouth. They want to be for. I ain't playing both the bounce. I want the keeps. Remember seeing all this shit when I was asleep. I've grown out of petty dreams of dynasties. So much on my mind, tell you, baby. So much on my mind. Can we waste a little time? Oh, can we waste a little time? Said it's been on my mind. Oh.
Said it's been on my mind. Oh.
Man. Shout out Senior Bennett. He produced that track.
The world.
He produced that
You
track.
come up with some crazy stuff. Now, who is that in the background, and how are you coming up with all of that stuff? Like, what is that about?
So he had flipped a sample from the Charmels. I believe the song is called "It Had to Be You" or one of those songs, but it's definitely by the Charmels. We actually had a session last Tuesday, like around 8 or 9 o'clock last Tuesday. I think he showed me that beat around 11:30, and then when he left around 1, I stayed up all night. I finished that song, and then I turned it in, I want to say Wednesday morning to streams. So I had like literally made that in one night. That was one of those like, just make it real quick. If you feel something in you, just make it.
Just making it and keep it moving.
You feel. And I, obviously we're mixing and doing that kind of stuff every day.
So what makes you want to put, what makes you think you need to put what out, when, where, how? Like what is that process for you? And again, this is somebody who's wanting to start a business. You know what I'm saying? This is, so what we're doing is, this is what we do. I preach and sing. Jordan does music. This is what he does. And so what makes you say, oh, I'm gonna put this out? Is it a feeling? Do you put it out and forget about it? or do you put it out with the hopes that somebody's gonna, it's gonna reach, or what?
There's definitely two sides of it. There's like releasing music with intention, and then other times I think they're just getting into a habit of making something and not sitting on it and thinking about it for too long. And I have like a group of objective ears, like my trusted ears. They're people that will, if something's bad, they're gonna be like, "Yo, this is bad. This is good. You could do better." And I take their word for what it is. And it was like three of the right people said, "Yeah, like go for it." And I'm sending them stuff all the time, so I know when it's not. You know what I'm saying? I know when it's not good.
You know when it's not good.
But they were like, "Yeah, like you need to go ahead and drop that." And I knew that if I wanted to put this on the project, I just could put it out later. And like I have an actual engineer who's mixing my stuff now and like actually taking care of it. So I figured, okay, whatever. Like just make it real quick. I know how to make it sound at least decent. Just put it out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like the original idea last week was just to put everything out on Bandcamp. But I figured, I could put maybe a couple tracks of the strongest two. I could put those on streaming. Songs can turn around really quick. So just put them up there. Whatever, promote it. See who support.
Yeah.
Don't press it. But like I've been doing good about music and dropping content and stuff. So I was like, new stuff for the streets.
Well, you have a good fan base,
Shout out.
A good fan base.
Shout out, man. They really care.
And you do a lot. You ain't gonna believe this one. Now this one, and y'all, we got to go. I got to play one more for Jordan, and then I'm gonna play this last one for me, and I guess we got to come up with one for Jordan. You just got to let me know which one you want to do. But this one was oh well, this might not even be the final. Oh yeah, this is the old version. Yeah, this is the old version. Yeah. I don't even think this is the original version.
Right. There's an awesome version. This is awesome. Wait, leave it on. You can leave it on.
There's another version of this somewhere.
That's crazy too. That's crazy.
And so that's one of the ones that he and I worked on. I took that over to him, and it was one of those things where we were vibing. We were getting down, and he helped me to mix it and get it to where it needed to be. And that was one of those. I'm a quartet dude.
Love quartet music.
And so it was about providing everything for the project, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of R. I got some loops and some tracks, and there's some nice stuff on there.
It's remember that first R&B joint we were working on? I wouldn't even call it R&B. It was just like
it was R&B. Grace for that.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. You talking about Grace for that?
You gonna try to play that one?
Oh yeah.
This is a great song, y'all. It's a great song.
This is my first tab at sampling or R&B.
Come on.
Hey, I was grace for that. Let's talk about growing up without it. No silver spoon doubt all around me. There were some who thought I'd never be about it, but I tackled everything I could in school. I made mistakes, but somehow made it through. There were days I was really so confused. I lost loved ones and friends along the way. Had sunny and even darkened days. Right now, looking back, I can really say that I was grace for that. Grace was on my life. Hey, I was grace for that. I survived all of those tests, so God can make me the best. Talk about this thing called love. I got some right and some messed up. I've had to drink from a bitter and a sweet cup, but sometimes I felt like I lost my way. I couldn't even see the sunshine in the day. Didn't even have the right words to say. Some things got away from me. I couldn't see I had the victory. I worried about what I couldn't see. But you know, I was graceful. The grace of God has always been on my life. Hey, when I look back at my history, He was there all the time to bless me. Sometimes we only see God's grace on display in tragedy. But if we made it through, the grace of God, it resides on me and you. Now every time the stuff He brought me through, I'm ready for my brand new. Talking about my house, cars, and those shoes. Can't you see me taking first class? My own jet with my port pass. Living free without a mask. I am thanks for that. Saved, sanctified, and set free. Being happy in my destiny. I can see me walking in total victory. I am thanks for that. I'm grateful for success.
That was my first tab. You remember when? Because I
remember.
had taken that up to Jay's, and shout out to Jay and shout out to Maurice Baxter. The drummer actually is doing the highs. I went to his house and I asked him to do the highs with me. He has a very awesome voice. He is an awesome singer. And so I did alto, what? I did tenor and alto and all the middle parts, and I brought him in to do the tops. And so the drummer is also he's singing on that with me, man. It was awesome. Yeah, man. He's Doc, he can sing, bro. And so that's a part of that whole thing, man.
That was always one of my favorites. And I know I've said that like about every song, but I remember when you played that in December 2019 and you were like, yeah, I got this, like, I was like, word. And then it was,
I said, they're going to put me out to church. That's what they're going to do.
And they're not. Like, it's an amazing song.
It is a nice song.
Song.
Well, you know what? Jay said that he did it. He did it and he was mixing it for somebody. And they were asking him, what style is that? Because it didn't, the beat was like urban, but the message was so positive. Yeah. And they said, man, if you can put this out, man, you would be like, you're like great, because it didn't have a place. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have a place. And so that's the kind of music, kind of like your music, but it's a fun thing to do, to try it. I like what you said earlier. Try it. Don't put too much into it. Know your craft, know your gift, know your range, know your what you can and what you cannot do. And Warren Buffett says it like this: the reason why he's wealthy is because he never worries about the when. He always worries about the why. Mm. And what does that mean? He says, I do my homework on a stock. That's why I bought it. He says, I don't worry about when it's going to produce. Mm. And he said, if I do enough on the front end of the why I'm buying it, why I'm doing it, why, and putting the right energy into the why, most people worry about the when am I going to get it back? And he was like, that's why they're not wealthy. He said, because they're always trying to press the issue. He said, I do enough homework, which is what how I preface this. I did that enough to be able to do enough homework. Why am I doing it? Why am I writing it? What are the words? What am I saying? Where is it coming from? Is it coming from a good place? And that's for anybody who's in your business or whatever you want to do. You know, you make sure you do it for the why, and the when will show up, the money or the flow or the accolades, whatever it is. And so this particular CD has just been done. You know, if it is successful, like I really owe it really to God, because collaborations and things like that sending me to the right place, right? But it doesn't have a why. Mitchell and I talk about this all the time. Oh, we got to make music to make sure it fits this demographic, that demographic, that demographic. And so I stopped doing it for that on this project. I did the songs as they came. Yeah, I just did the songs as they came.
Definitely my favorite batch of songs of yours in like a long time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that song has an interesting message, like grace.
Yeah.
We only see grace bad,
You feel?
but we don't think, but that same grace doesn't get up off of you.
That's right.
The grace that helped you leave the accident, right? The grace that got you at the club when you were drunk, the grace that helped you not get shot, the grace, that grace, it doesn't change. It's the same grace that's on you to make you successful. The grace doesn't change. You change where you are. And the grace that pulled you out is the same grace that can keep you successful. So it was, and it ain't got nothing to do with a whole lot. The kids.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Love that song.
This is the only one that I have because you got another one out there called You About Good. You something with, you with somebody. And so here's Jordan again, called The Kids. This is off of Gamma. We got to go after this, y'all. This has been fun. I hope y'all enjoying it.
When you're running out of time as it circles in your mind, when you're deep within the lows and you're losing on the highs, when you care about the lies, when they're staying in the way, when you're stuck within the minds and you're losing your way, when you got the energy and it's not within the plans and it's just within the reach. When you're losing all demand, you see that's where you'll find me, baby. Oh, that's where you'll find me, yeah. They say the kids just ain't alright, and you practice how you feel. You don't care about the lies, you just care about the deals. You see, they say the kids just ain't alright. They say the kids just ain't alright. If the kids ain't alright, we gon' show them tonight. Need a space to breathe, I can't think. Keep my bass at ease, I won't sing. No confusions running my time, so I place the breeze throughout on my ink. They dumb it down as far as we let. We got a clown that's bound for more dead, and I go. Donnie talked to Russia before it's too late. Murder sound, but they can't kill that spirit. Rat racing just to get by. Keeping pace with all these pastimes. The lines they've been blurred and stick with these crimes. Robbing quick, so far from divine. And I've been low for a minute. Got a feeling this gon' be fine. And if it's short or long for your sentence, only prison here is your mind. And I can feel notion, I can feel shame. And our truth is I can feel name. And I cannot go beyond what you know. Can I go beyond all the pain? See, I cannot find you, I cannot find you. Oh, and I cannot find you, baby. And I cannot find you, baby. And then they say the kids just ain't alright. They say the kids just ain't alright. They say the kids
So this is the last one. So what is that about? Tell me, because I know that has a strong message for you. At least I thought it was. And how did you birth? What are you birthing that out, and where you going with this one?
That was 2018. I think that was like the peak of the Trumpage. I for some reason, even Chloe and Hallie were talking about that like concept about the kids, and I had heard that made. It wasn't a new concept, but it was just kind of talking about like Trump and all that nonsense.
Gotcha.
Like just looking at it kind of on an outward level, like yeah, just all the nonsense he was doing, everything that was going on at that present time. It was very political that summer, so yeah, I just wanted to make something kind of funky, make something kind of groovy.
So when you so going forward, just let people know where they can tune into you. For those people who love your music, and you have a tremendous fan base. It's just like ridiculous. And,
shout out to the real ones, man. Sonny Miles, Sonny Miles, Sonny Miles Music at Gmail. I'm Sonny 4 Miles everywhere. Yeah, if you want to check out some music videos, I got them on my YouTube. I should have a single coming out, like an official last single for Gamma coming out. I want to say like the 15th or 16th.
This dude put out music like crazy, yo.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I probably got a video coming out this week, but yeah, thank you.
I got a video coming out too.
No doubt. No doubt. And make sure y'all check out Good Ground coming out May 1st. Shout out Devi. He is based out of Greensboro. He's a part of the Steady Hyperactive community. It's an awesome group. He made the cover. He made the cover.
Oh yeah, he made the cover. Yeah, your dude made the cover. Yeah, and so shout out to that. It's the big orange cover. I just wanted some footprints on it, and I said, "Hey Jay, I know how y'all make them." I actually wanted it to be abstract, but then I realized in my genre of music, people need to see your face, so I stuck my little face up there, and with that cover. And so thank you to the cat. Thank you, Jay, for that Good Ground. And look, I want you to go get it. I need 10,000 people to go download 10,000. Tell a friend, share, and more share, and get it out of here, and then listen to it. It's really a lot of good music, and this ain't even. I mean, we're gonna go back and we're gonna do a concert when this is over, when I can get out of this pandemic, because we still got Grace Factor music that we got to do, and I'll be doing City on the Hill. Do you have a signature song yet that you have to sing everywhere? Bedrooms. You have to do bedroom.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably get in trouble.
Yeah, I have to do City. I mean, everywhere. I have to do City
because it's City.
Yeah, I have to do it, and but I'm hoping some people are gonna do. Pull out some other stuff as well. And
Grace for that should be
Grace for that.
Good Ground should be on, like, the title track should be in everybody's playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, mainly if you don't get anything else.
Yeah, Grace for that.
If you're missing the rest. But
yeah.
Those two.
Yeah. And then it's just going to be a lot of stuff out there for you to enjoy, to listen to, and just know, we're doing what we're doing, like, out of our homes, and it's out of a passion. We are doing it based on just what's inside of us, and you got to take that leap. I can always hear Steve Harvey talking about, you can be great, but you got to leap. You got to take that little one step and trust your gift. Trust the gift. He gave it to you for you to be able to pull it off, and it's there for you. Now Jordan is extremely talented, and background vocals, singing, lyrically. I think he is his lyrics is just bananas. And I thought I was good at taking what I thought objective stuff, and making it. And you look at the sun and you see the sun. I mean, this joker look at the sun and he'd be like, "That's the pathway to that joker see the sun." He say, "I see the sun," and you be like, "You think he talking about the sun up in the sky?" That dude be talking about the light that came up on the bright side around the corner when he saw you. It was illumination. And he's like, there go the sun. And the sun is walking. I'm like, what? How's the sun walking? Dude, I have to actually sit there and listen to the concepts that you come up with. Like, what? That ain't gonna never work in my genre. Like I see the sun walking and smiling, and the sun smiling and walking, and then the sun turned around, and then it turned from gloom to gloom because the sun walked away.
That's it.
I don't know where you come up with this stuff. I was like, he had this song years ago talking about you like Mount Everest. I'd be like, Mount Everest, like I'm gonna climb like Mount Everest. I was like, dude, what are we talking about here? So it is just fun to be able to see him do this. And I want you to go out and get the Good Ground CD. Once you get it, make sure you hashtag I'm Good Ground, because when it's over and said and done, that's what it's all about. I want you to know you are good ground. Don't let nobody try to trick you into thinking that you're anything else other than good ground. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Everybody got something that you can do. Everybody, you may not be able to sing. You may not be able to do music like we're doing it, but whatever you've been gifted to do, don't leave that in the hands of anybody else, especially the man at this particular time. Man, woman, don't leave it up to anybody. Get on your grind. Trust your gift. He gave it to you for a reason, and you just got to put it out there. And you'll get a fan base. People will like you, or people won't. But the one who gave you the gift, that's the one that you want to hear him be applauded, because he's the one that can take one little idea and make you wealthy. He's the one who can take one idea that you got. And so make your t-shirts, make your Hope has an event planning thing. Do your thing. Jordan has music. Mackenzie declares she's gonna be the biggest star out of the family. She just decided, I'm gonna be the biggest star from all y'all. Y'all ain't none of y'all doing nothing. And she's just determined she gonna do it. And so we're gonna support whatever that is. And so we need you. We need you, the grass cutter. We need you, the roof, the person who has the roofing company. We need you, the person who does clothes. We need you, the person who does film. We need you, the person who's good at posters. We need you, the administrators. We need you, the event planners. We need you, the mechanic, because we had a minute the other day, couldn't get our tire off. And had to kick a tire if you can't get that puppy out. But we had to talk to somebody who was gifted in that particular area, or we would have been up there all night trying to figure out about a tire. And so you got to do what you need to do. Tonight this has been my way of doing it and my way of sharing it. I hope you will go out and enjoy Good Ground.
Are you going to put this on Bandcamp?
I don't even have a Bandcamp. I'm just putting this out on distro. It's everywhere. And I'm going to make some visuals on YouTube. And I don't even know about no Bandcamp. You have to educate me.
Real quick. We can definitely finesse it. It's very easy. But this Friday is Bandcamp Friday for a lot of artists. It's a day that like all of the fees and everything are waived. So maybe a little sneak peek could be done, because I know Friday's not the first technically.
I don't care. I got the music.
Yeah. But yeah, support there. They waive the fees. So like usually when people pay on Bandcamp, there's like kind of fees, there's taxes that go into it. And then PayPal be taking out money because PayPal has some thieves. But like, support the artist directly in whatever capacity that they have available. Like, shout out to the people who support me. That's what they do. It's to hope that like they could do that for you as well. Because it's good music and it's an easy way to make, your money back on your profits of your investments. So
yeah. And trust yourself. Look, my Cash App is out there. There is a website out there. You can find me anywhere that you want to support. We receive all kinds of support. And when we come up out of this thing, I'll try to get Jordan, for those of you who want some Jesus, I'll bring you the little Jesus, and then I'll leave. And then I'll get my Cash App though. And then Jordan do the next part. you know, that's how they do us, you know. That's how they do us, and it's all right. I'm good. Daddy, it's all right. Yeah. Something. Somebody wrote something. Daddy, it's all right. Somebody wrote a song. Is it Ray John? No. I don't want to get no trouble with nobody. But thank you all. I know this has been long tonight, but it's a rare moment where the two of us get an opportunity to chop it up about music and how we think. And this is actually a first time event that we have even talked about it. We've never really dealt with each other's style and where we come from and how we do it. But I think it's much success for Sonny Miles. I support him and I push him, and he's going to do great things. And he's doing great things. He got a crazy fan base, and I appreciate him for hanging out with me tonight. Listen, next week we'll be on here. We're going to talk about mothers. We're going to talk about the pleasures and the pains of motherhood. We're going to get us a couple of people over here. And then the following Sunday is Mama's Day. Listen, everybody got one. Everybody had one, or everybody don't have one. But if you have one, thank God for it. If she's gone on like mine, then thank God for them. And but celebrate somebody. Being a mother is a tough job. It's arguably one of the toughest jobs in this whole wide world, is being a mother. So love up on your moms. All right, man, just go ahead and start that since May 1st. Go ahead and plan it. In fact, just buy your mama this CD. If she over 45, buy your mama this CD, and then just tell your mama, because it's some good old foot stomping on there. And if she is like 55 or 60, you make sure you get it to her, and then turn it around on it. Don't put nothing else. Turn it around on a loop and say, Mama, God gonna turn it around. And then well, whoever you are, whatever the business is, we need you. I see Mark Jones was on here. Listen, we need you. We need you. You're the businessman. You got to help us. You got to help the people. If God gave you that gift, come on, share it with us. We'll pay a little something to get in. We don't know investment. We don't know it. We weren't gifted with it. So you are definitely gifted to do it. So help us. We don't know. We're just doing what we know to do. And we need the help of others. And so please go out and support Sonny Miles. Please go out and support Stephen Williams, Good Ground. And then there is, all of my other friends. I want you to support everybody that we know. Goldsmith, Mitchell Goldsmith is so loud, or Mitchell Goldsmith and the Bridge. Anybody that that's doing some good stuff, that's really striving. Don't undercut us. Support us in every way that you possibly can. And can I tell you how to do it? Share this. Share it with everybody that you can, and let everybody know. Let everybody know about that. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I thank God for you. We out of here, y'all. I got to go, man. It's been a long time. I'm gonna see if this is the version. I think it is. This is for your grandmama, Neil. Clap your hands. We're going to know in a minute. We got quartet and everything. Thank y'all so much for joining us. That's Sonny Miles. I'm Stephen Williams. Thank you for joining us behind the veil. This has been fun. No matter what you're doing, God can turn it around for you. Clap your hands and do the 2-foot. You got to jump. We love you. May 1st, support us. And then go and check out Sonny Miles. He's everywhere. Jesus, he everywhere. Bye, y'all.